It's just after 7 in the evening on February 9th, 2004. The road is dark. Snow lines the edges of the highway. The air is cold and quiet in the small town of Haverhill, New Hampshire. Then, suddenly, there's a crash. A black Saturn skids off the road and slams into a snowbank near a sharp curve. The front end is damaged. The airbags deploy. The engine is still warm. But when neighbors come outside, something is wrong. There is no driver. This is the disappearance of Maura Murray, and one of the most baffling unsolved cases in modern true crime. Maura Murray was 21 years old. She was a nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Smart, athletic, disciplined, someone who had pushed herself hard her entire life. But in the days leading up to her disappearance, something seemed off. Maura emailed her professors, saying there had been a family emergency and that she would be away for a week. That wasn't true. There was no emergency. She withdrew most of the cash from her bank account. She packed some clothes. She searched online for directions to places in Vermont and New Hampshire. Then she got into her car and drove north. No one knows exactly where she was going. As night fell, Maura's car ended up on Route 112, a quiet, rural road surrounded by woods. At around 7:27 p.m., a local resident heard a loud thud outside their home. When they looked out, they saw Maura's car crashed at the curve. They also noticed something strange. A young woman was standing near the vehicle. She didn't look injured. She appeared shaken but calm. The resident offered to call the police. The woman said no. She claimed she had already called roadside assistance, but she hadn't. Just minutes later, another neighbor drove past. By now, Maura was no longer by the car. The scene was quiet. At 7:46 p.m., police arrived. The car was locked. Inside were Maura's belongings: her phone, her credit cards, her textbooks. There was red liquid splattered inside the vehicle, later determined to be wine, not blood. There were footprints in the snow around the car, but none leading away into the woods. Maura Murray had vanished in a window of less than 10 minutes. No one saw her leave. No one heard her walk away, and no one knows where she went. Search teams flooded the area. Dogs were brought in. Helicopters scanned the forest. Nothing, no trail, no clothing, no sign of a struggle. It was as if Maura had simply disappeared into the night. Over the years, theories have multiplied. Some believe she ran away voluntarily, overwhelmed by pressure, desperate to start over. Others believe she accepted a ride from a passing motorist. Some fear she wandered into the woods, disoriented by cold and alcohol, and succumbed to the elements. But here's the problem. Searches were extensive. Temperatures were cold, but survivable for a short time. And no trace of her has ever been found. No remains, no confirmed sightings, no closure. The crash scene remains frozen in time. A car abandoned on a dark road. A life paused in mid-sentence. More than 20 years later, Maura Murray is still missing. Her family is still searching, still hoping, still asking the same question. What happened in those final minutes between the crash and the arrival of police? Someone knows. And until that truth comes out, this case remains one of the most haunting mysteries in America. This is Forgotten Evidence, Buried Truths,